wobbling. Okay. Hello, 16-week people. I looked at the people who, so it's like Friday afternoon. So not all of you guys have turned in your exam yet, but most of you that have turned it in seem to have done really well. I'm very happy with that. Um, so this coming week, let me see where we're at. It's week 10. Okay. So it says we're doing chapter 7 and 8 on US and global stratification, but we're just going to do chapter 7 because I think 8 kind of pretty much explains itself once you learn it in chapter 7. It carries over to what it would be in globally. So you'll need to view this little thingy. You get to read chapter 7 only. We'll have a discussion post due next Friday, which is the 28th. And we have a module 1 quiz due in Canvas by October 28th. So I have not started reading the research papers yet. I hope that you guys did okay with that. I don't think I had anybody from this class asking questions, so I'm assuming that you guys all did okay. I will say that anytime you do have questions, I've said this before, if you have questions, ask me. There are no stupid questions. The only way you can find things out if you don't know them is to ask the questions. So I think that's about it for you guys. This week we had those two things due. Next week we will only have a discussion due. So we have the quiz this week and the discussion. And then next week it's a little bit more calm. Ooh, next weekend is like Halloween weekend. That's exciting because Halloween's my favorite time. I was able to meet some of you guys at the junior senior day this week. That was really cool to see you guys in person and for you to be able to talk to you guys. So we're over halfway there. I want to make sure that you guys are continuing to log in. I will say that for this part of it, it is much easier for you guys to be online than some of our in-person classes. We have some students that it gets to the point where you're required to be in class, but they are having a hard time continuing to come to class, so that will affect their grade. The things that affect your grade are making sure that you do this discussions because that's your coming to class, doing your discussions, making sure that you respond to other students. Also, if you have not looked at our syllabus and you are having questions as to why you are not getting the full 10 points for discussion, it's probably because you're not following the rubric for discussions. So you are required to write a certain amount of sentences on your first discussion post. You are also required to answer to another student. Some of you guys do these lovely posts and then you neglect the fact that you have to go back and respond to someone else because that's the point of discussions, is for you guys to make sure that you're reading and playing off someone else. And so you have to do both of those two things to get your full 10 points. So if you have a question as that, look back at your discussion and say, hey, did I do everything that it says in the rubric in the syllabus? Because it's in there, it lays it out. A lot of times I kind of, I'm sure that some of you guys have gotten the full 10 points and you didn't follow every bit of the criteria on there. And that was probably because I felt like either your initial post or your post to someone else warranted the full 10 points, but you guys need to make sure that you're trying to follow that rubric as closely as possible. You might end up in another online class and that instructor makes you follow it, to the T, and I'm not doing you any favors if I give you the 10 points and you haven't followed the rubric. So I want to make you guys aware of that you're doing that. Yeah, so this week, the build up to an exam, and now we're just kind of like, we don't have as much due, so you only have those two things due. Make sure that you read the chapters or look through the chapters. I also have the PowerPoint on there that you can look at that to make sure that you understand what's going on and it helps you in your quizzes. I think that's it for now. So if you guys need anything, make sure you email me sooner rather than later so I can help you with, whatever you need help with. So yeah, that's it today. So bye guys.